So hello, welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and also support my small business at latricelimited.com. The Iranian government shutting down internet for everyone. Okay, so as you guys have known, there has been protests because there was a young lady who had a hair showing, apparently the morality police says. Her hijab was not on properly and they beat her, they beat her to death. And she ended up going into a coma and then dying. And then people have been protesting and they're like, oh my goodness, what's going on? You have people who were burning their jobs. You have people who were cutting their hair, and a lot of deaths that took place. Iran's sweeping internet blackouts are a serious cause for concern. I first want to talk about the internet blackouts that happened in the past and what we're seeing now. Okay, so this is something that happened back in 2019 that is similar to what is happening right now. Iranian authorities pulled the plug on the internet in 2019 amid anti-government protests. Same thing that's happening now. The international community struggled to track the civilian carnage that followed. If you take away people's internet and people's ability to communicate what's happening, their struggles to other countries, other civilizations, you have control over the narrative. Your government can say, oh, nothing's happening, everything's perfectly fine. I don't know what people are talking about, because now you have silenced everybody. That's the problem. This is a form of censorship. The people of Iran had taken to the streets to demonstrate after fuel prices surged as much as 300% overnight. The New York Times reported at the time that from 180 to 450 people and possibly more were killed during the 4 days of violence, with thousands more wounded and detained, much while the country was plunged into digital darkness. Okay. It said in December 2019, they said it was reported that 1,500 people were killed during a 2-week period. This is why we need to know and we need to see what's going on. But to get into what's happening now, Iran's internet shutdown hides a deadly crackdown. Shutting down mobile internet services has become a go-to for the Iranian government when dealing with civil unrest. People were using these services to share videos of the protests and the government's crackdowns, so they became target of government censorship. And this is exactly what I was saying. Okay, we need to be able to see what is going on. We need to have either whether it's eyes on the ground or whatever the case may be. I don't care if you're taking pictures. I don't care if you're taking photos. I don't care if it's a tweet, if it's a freaking email. We need to be able to see what's going on, because people's lives are literally at risk of a government who is more okay with killing you because, oh, well, the morality police said that you weren't following proper protocol. So that's more important than your life, which is absolutely insane, and it really bothers me that this is what's happening. I have a little bit more. Iran started shutting the internet down on September 19th as protests around Amani's death gained momentum. Since then, multiple internet monitoring organizations, including Kintic, NetBlocks, Cloudflare, and Open Observatory of Network Interference, have documented the disruptions. Mobile network operators, including the country's biggest providers, Irancell, Ritel, and MCI, have faced rolling blackouts, the group says. Multiple mobile providers have lost connectivity for around 12 hours at a time, with NetBlocks saying it has seen a curfew-style pattern of disruptions. While shutting down mobile connection is hugely disruptive, blocking access to WhatsApp and Instagram cuts off some of the only remaining social media services in Iran. Apparently, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube have been banned for years, so people are not even able to go on these websites that we take for granted. You go on YouTube, just go on YouTube, whatever. People aren't able to go over there. Now, China bans things too. People use VPNs and stuff like that, but you have no internet, no point in using a VPN because you can't get over there, So that is one of the problems that's happening, it's this insane censorship. And why? It's because you're doing unlawful things. You, the government, are committing crimes that you are willing to kill other people over. But you don't think that you need to get harmed for this. You don't think you need to get locked up. It's okay for you to do what you do, but it's not okay for somebody else. That is absolutely insane. I just hope that, and I was looking, I was like, okay, well, what can people do? For the most part, not much unless they, the government wants them to do something about it. It's just really upsetting. I mean, there's some areas you go to that have it, but it's not many. And that is the problem with it. I hope everything is okay over there. I mean, I hope it doesn't turn into like this, what we read, 2 weeks and you have, over 1,000 people murdered. I hope it does not turn into that. But until then.